I'm waiting. Like, this is story mode. It's awesome, right? My wife could play this. My 7-year-old niece could play this. There are other levels of difficulty in this game if I wanted to feel the sting. If I wanted to feel challenged, I could go to the settings and I can change the difficulty of the game. That is awesome. That is accessibility. That allows anybody to pick the game up and play. And that's something that Path of Exile 2 needs to work on if they're going to appeal to a wide audience. Which is why, at the end of the day, right now, as an early access product, this is superior to what PoE 2 is offering. Number one thing you want in game development is you want more people playing your game. You want to be successful as a company, you want new customers, you want to build your IP, you want to flesh things out, you want more people playing. Always. That's the number one rule of game development, movie development, writing book series. Anytime you have a series, you want to get as many people playing as possible. Oh, Ring of Fire. Oh, I'm actually taking damage from it. I got trapped. So many people are going to get triggered when that video goes out on YouTube. How dare you talk bad about my Path of Exile 2 game? No, it's not talking bad about the game. I like the game, but we're doing a comparison. If you can't handle a little bit of constructive criticism, you don't understand what early access is all about. Like, you got to be able to think critically, not think emotionally. Ooh, I got froze. That was interesting. Temple of Glaukos. I mean, we're there. Oh shit, I might actually die for a change. That is, gnarly. I actually gotta pay attention to those. Ooh, patroller rings. What are those? No, mine is better. Doing well, Kata, doing well. Not better. Well, come here, boys.
Need more energy. Didn't I tell you all to get to the Enclave?
My husband wanted to call on the god one more time.
But you again. Still looking for Glaukos, hmm?
I need more
You won't
coffee.
find him here. But these people need your help all the same.
Young scholar from the bridge. He's certainly busy, isn't he?
He's probably more than
Glaukos'
he
temple
appears.
lies ahead. It's been decades since he's appeared, but people still come here hoping to meet him. Now, some of those fools have got themselves captured by Ichthians. Well, come on, put that weapon of yours to use.
I gotta say, the voiceovers in this game, I've been very, very pleased with how good the voiceovers are. Like, they definitely went all out with hiring actually talented voice actors. A lot of times you'll have games where only like the
No.
main characters.
Glaukos' temple, defiled by Ichthians.
A lot of times it'll only be the main characters that have good voiceovers, and here it's been like every single character I've come across has had some pretty awesome voice acting. So, shout out to the Titan Quest 2 developers for getting some really good voice talent. I've got a last night. I don't know if you guys caught the video. We played Lord of the Rings Online last night with my family. we were running around doing stuff. I had never heard. So I'm familiar when I was a kid. Monkey see, monkey do. You know, it's an old thing from when I was a kid. And I guess my little nephew. We were doing something. I'm gonna clip it out and put it on as a short out somewhere, because I was like, we were doing something and I went monkey see, monkey do, and then my nephew fires back and says monkey doo doo all over you, and I was like, what? I was just he's like 11, and they're funny kids, man. We had a blast last night. My niece was a little grumpy, but still had fun.
No good has ever come from gods interfering in mortal lives. Not yet.
He's actually taking a bit of damage. You better back up, old man. Let him regen. I don't want him to die. I wonder if he can die.
Take your nemesis problems his own. Better if the goddess had never heard of you, don't you think?
I mean, I don't disagree, old man. Ichthian bow.
Help.
Please tell me it's a
Get
new
me out
bow.
of this cage.
Please tell me it's a bow I can use. No, I can't. Why not? I need might.
Oh, thank you. Priestess Althea was calling on the god when the Ichthians attacked. They took her below.
Below?
Aye. Into the crypt beneath the shrine. For what unnatural purpose, I don't know.
What about the head priest, Nicias?
I don't know. He wasn't here. Please, help Priestess Althea.
The crypt was sealed off for a reason. I'll finish securing this area. You find the priestess.
I can do that. So we're probably going down here. However, there seems to be something over here. Oh, I bet when we come out, it's going to have us jump from there and come back across. Alright, let me go see about more coffee before I jump down in here. So normally roosters take about 4 to 6 months before they start crowing. It's usually like five-ish, 6 months. We've seen them as young as 4. These hand-fed chickens that we've been raising for the past couple of months, that my wife's sister gave, that little rooster is like 2 months old. He started crowing like last week and a half ago maybe. It's so funny because he can't do it yet. But I've never seen a rooster start trying to crow when they're only like 2 months old. It's always like 5-ish months. I just went outside and he's sitting at the edge of the catio doing his thing, and it's like sounds like a car screeching to a halt. Alright. Path of Exile 2 is a job, says Just K. Yeah, it's I like it, but man, I tell you what, they've got a long way to go. I can actually wear those.
Titan Icar here. Careful. Aristino's spirit will never forgive me if something happens to you.
Well, I guess we'll have to be careful. Okay.
The Ichthyans trapped me here. The relic's power. It's...
Did you guys ever watch, it was a BBC show. I think they only did 2 seasons. I'm gonna go look it up really quick. Chris and I really enjoyed it. It was called Atlantis. Oh, they only did 1 season? No, they did 2 seasons. It did 2 seasons. But it was called Atlantis. Mark Addy played Hercules. Jack Donnelly was Jason. Robert Ems as Pythagoras. It had a whole bunch of actors in it. They were all like stage actors and British actors. It was really, really good. And it was kind of like the old school Hercules and Xena type stuff, but you know, I guess more like Merlin. If you watched the Merlin show, it was kind of in that same vein. Back in 2014 was when it aired. 2014, 2015. I guess it's been about 10 years ago. It says, oh wow, I'm even reading this. It was the biggest new Saturday night drama series launch across all BBC channels up to the launch of its hit show Merlin. But then it got canceled after 2 seasons. But I was just thinking of it because that was another like Greek mythology show. Yeah, Atlantis. It was so good. That and they did that. I can't remember if it was the BBC, but there was a Musketeers, the 3 Musketeers. But I think it was just called Musketeers that they did for 3 seasons, which Chris and I to this day think that that's one of the best period shows we've seen in terms of the costuming and just the fun of the show. It was so well done. But specifically, I was thinking about the Atlantis one because of the Greek mythology. Mark Addy was awesome as Hercules, and then falling in love with
Somehow, the
Medusa.
Titan Icar is holding the priestess captive. I fear she won't last much longer. I doubt any mortal is capable of holding that much energy for long.
We gotta find a way to disrupt this. There we go. I had to get in the right spot to click it. Loving the visuals on this fight. Now it's not a good time to have the ding and I can't check out my stuff. Big boss. Bitch. Die. Oh, I gotta... Ah! Get out of the way. That was a challenge even. Okay.
I'm in my right mind again. How?
Oh yeah,
Speak to me.
the Doctor Who actor playing Cardinal Richelieu. Oh man, I forgot about him. Um, dude, that whole show, I would love to watch that again, to be honest with you. Um, that was such a good. You know, it was another good one. It got me thinking because I think at the same time, Nightfall. It only ran for like 2 seasons, I think, and they ended up getting Mark Hamill to come in as like an old seasoned Templar. How that was like 10 years ago too, wasn't it? 2018, 2019. Black Sails. Chris and I have watched Black Sails through 3 times. Black Sails is, I swear, it's like the best ever period show, especially from like pirate standpoint. And it's really unfortunate that like what's funny to me is every time we see um there's certain actors that have gone on and done lots of things since then, but there's also a lot of actors from Black Sails who haven't done anything since Black Sails. Like the guy who played Long John Silver hasn't really done a lot since then, but he has an active TikTok account where he does voice act. He like reads like the first few paragraphs from a book, and he does this thing on TikTok, and it's pretty good. And he's done some stuff since then. Um, but dude, Black Sails is especially like the first 2 seasons. The whole show was great. The whole show was amazing. But the first couple of seasons in particular, like I don't think we had ever seen anything like that. It was almost like watching the first season of Spartacus. You know, the first season of Spartacus was something really special because no one had ever seen a show that had that many. It was gruesome. It was gory. It was sexy. It was you know. Oh my God, Charles Vane. He's an actor who unfortunately didn't. You know, he had a lot of guest appearances after that, but I haven't seen him in anything since then. And that guy deserves to have work for the rest of his life. Like, um,
Thank you.
such a good show.
Who knew such an awful relic was buried beneath the shrine? How can I repay you?
Zosilis says it's one of my favorite time periods. Is Black Sails really that good? I haven't watched it yet. Dude, go watch Black Sails, Zosilis. It is, like, I've watched it through with my wife 3 times now. The theme song is Bear McCreary at his peak. Like, Bear McCreary is single-handedly the guy who brought back the hurdy-gurdy. Like, he brought the hurdy-gurdy into popularity because of his theme song for Black Sails. And it's forever going to be in your head once you hear it. Like, and ever since then, like every pirate theme now, like Sea of Thieves has a hurdy-gurdy in it. Like all of these pirate shows now have the hurdy-gurdy, and you see hurdy-gurdies all the time on TikTok. People doing weird things with the hurdy-gurdy, and it's all because of Bear McCreary's soundtrack for Black Sails. Just such a good show.
Everyone does. I can try to call on him, but I can't promise anything. Meet me back at the temple.
That's the Iker. Absorb its power.
Gods, why did you touch it? Are you trying to do Nemesis's job for her? Do you even know what Titan Iker is? It's the blood of a fallen Titan.
Yep.
It created
Maggie
the Furies
Smith's son.
and
Yep,
the
yep, yep, yep.
Giants. Do you feel any different?
And it's
Horns
because of
growing out
him.
your skull, an uncontrollable hunger for blood. Anything.
It's because of him being as good as he was as Captain Flint. I have then since, like, when he was announced as the dad, in the Lost in Space reboot, Chris and I both went, we're going to go watch the Lost in Space reboot because he got cast as the father. And we were like, we loved him as Captain Flint. And we went and watched the Lost in Space reboot, and it was fucking awesome. Like 3 seasons or whatever they did. It was an amazing show. And then he has done a ton of work as a voice actor. And I actually had not remembered that he was like one of the villains back when he was much younger in one of the Pierce Brosnan Bond movies, the one with Madonna in it. They have a fencing fight, and I was like, wait, he was the rich billionaire with the diamond thing? Like, I didn't even know that that was him, and I had to go back and see it, and was like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, he's a very talented
Oh, gods,
actor.
just as I feared. Wait, what did you say? Remarkable. You absorbed the Ichor.
He did
Aristino
something
always said
recently.
you were special. I'm beginning to think she was right.
I think the best part about Black Sails as a show is up until that point, people had only ever known Treasure Island as like this kid's story, like this kid's adventure tale. But then there were all these characters who were like a part of that book, and they went in and they took those characters and they created this really rich tapestry of a backstory that serves as the prequel to Treasure Island. So even though Treasure Island in all of its iterations is very much a children's story, an adventure tale, it was about these characters who were in some cases real life pirates, but also, invented pirates. Hang on, I know he's done something recently. That Chris and I were keeping an eye on. Oh, in Percy Jackson and the Olympians, he played Poseidon. That's what it was. Because we went and watched Percy Jackson and the Olympians, and he showed up as Poseidon, as the god of Poseidon, which was really cool. And I believe that's getting a second season. In March 2025, ahead of the second season premiere, the series was renewed for a 3rd season. Nice. Actually, I don't think Chris and I have watched the 2nd season yet. Has it aired?